Who got it going on? You're dead wrong. Gun smoke, gun smoke. 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 Gun smoke, gun smoke.
Assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome to one of the biggest flops in Chevrolet. Historically, the Captiva was much loved by the people in Uzbekistan, not just because of the monopoly, and Chevrolet had a monopoly in Uzbekistan for many years and still has, but not such tight monopoly as before, but also people loved this car because of its self. It was not a bad car, it was a good car. I have done reviews on every generation of Captiva, link is below, and I enjoyed doing them because I truly loved those cars. They sold well, not just here in Uzbekistan, also in Europe, South America, and even in Australia and New Zealand, and all over the world basically. People loved them. I have seen few of them in and I even saw few Captivas in Malaysia. During Karimov's era, the previous president of Uzbekistan said that very wealthy people must drive Captivas and Malibu. He literally said that. And the status of the car was 3 or 4 times higher than its actual price because businessmen and other wealthy people of Uzbekistan were afraid of buying luxury cars because something bad could happen to them during that era. Now we have free market, everybody's free, and they still buy Chinese shit. As Captiva fan, this 5th generation is like a spit in my soul. I'm also a fan of Chevrolet plant in Uzbekistan, but naming this Chinese car Captiva, that is actually named this Wuling Almaz into a Captiva, and you named this Wuling Almaz a Captiva, offended me more than the time when Monica Bellucci had refused to have dinner with me. The problems with new Captiva started as soon as sales began in Uzbekistan. I heard a rumor that when the 5th generation first entered the market, it failed testing in our hot conditions. Those who already paid for the car and didn't receive it yet, they were waiting for it, were supposedly refunded their money with 5% bonus on top of it for inconvenience. And if that's true, then GM did a good job compensating customers for the inconvenience. I don't know of any other dealerships or distributions in Uzbekistan that have done the same when they make big mistakes. If this rumor is true, and anybody who works in GM and knows English and watches my channel, please let me know in the comment. Let's get back to the hating of the car. Let's start from the design. Absolutely everything about this is incomprehensible, scary and vile to me. Front lighting is beautiful, especially the turn signals. They're located properly and bright and have bright color, and everything is nice. Everything else is shit, and sorry for my cursing because I just cannot hold my emotions. It feels like everything was taken from different cars. Whatever was laying around, they slapped on to this car, and for some reason they added a strange front lip bumper from Need for Speed Underground 2 that is made from hopes and dreams of making good car, but it's not good, it's just horrible. And the rear bumper has the same cheap carbon fiber look-alike made from used condoms back lip on the bumper, and that's horrible. Such a beautiful camera shots today, nice weather, perfect Uzbek sky, and everything is very beautiful, yet we have this ugly car, and even with all the camera work of my cameraman, we couldn't make this car beautiful. The side design is confusing. Small ugly arches and small ugly wheels, and everything is just horrible. Everything is weird. The rear design reminds me of the first generation Audi Q7, but the attempt of imitating it was very poor. Inside of the interior, the suicidal depression continues. The plastic isn't great, you have a lot of space, but the car feels small. It is actually a good thing. Also, the leather on the seats is okay. In previous Captivas the leather was perfect. Here it's not terrible, but it's not premium. It's good that it doesn't have the cheap Chinese leather smell, and that's nice. On previous Captivas, everything was much better. If you look at the width of the car from the back side, it's only about 2 of me wide, yet somehow there is a lot of space inside, except for the third row. Third row is only for the Oompa Loompas, and that's it. Everything in this cabin is confusing, everything in the interior is confusing and feels like it was made from leftover parts or whatever was on the sale at the Alibaba shop or at the spare parts factories that didn't make it to the actual cars. The monitor operates in slow motion, the steering wheel feels like you're touching melted down Barbie dolls from the 80s. It's not nice. Nothing gives you peace and satisfaction. It feels like haram bank loans or suspicious call from Indian scammers. On the bright side, there is no bad smell, and it has a panoramic roof, cruise control, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. Also, you get 360 camera, keyless entry, and front and rear parking sensors. Under the hood, we have 4-cylinder 1.5 liter engine with a turbo. It produces that life-beaten 3-legged 147 brake horsepower and not real 255 Nm of torque, which you cannot feel at all. Acceleration from 0 to 100 km with CVT transmission takes 13.6 seconds, and that's according to the specs. That's like a Soviet automatic car, but I think the Soviet automatic car, any Soviet automatic car, was much faster. The car weighs almost 1.5 tons, but it feels like it weighs gazillion tons, and the problem isn't just depressing horsepower, but the motor cannot deliver it properly. There is no sharpness. When you hit full throttle, you get the feeling that a 170-year-old secretary is walking to go and brew you a cup of coffee. And that's also slow and depressing, and you just don't want a coffee anymore. And it feels like any moment the 170-year-old granny will die right in front of you. This is how it feels when you accelerate in this car. Everything is very slow and depressing. The boost from the turbo travels through Mongolia before it finally reaches the cylinders. You don't have turbo like you have turbo black hole in space. In the driving, I floored it from a standstill, and a tiny Chevrolet Onix just smoked me. The pedal was to the floor. And here's the footage. Usually when we film from a traffic light, I try to go first so the car will be in the shot and there will be no other cars in the shot. Here is a Chevrolet Tracker who wasn't even racing me, just left me in the dust. This horrible Captiva has a positive side. When it first was released to general public in Uzbekistan, the price of the car was $35,000. This price was as absurd as those girls on Instagram who say they need a husband with $6 trillion salary, or those who ask for half of the universe for dowry, also known as a maher, and same lunacy. Today, with all the discounts from GM, Chevrolet sells Captiva from $23,000. What do you think? Is it worth it or not? First meter in Captiva, when you drive this car, you understand that they just destroyed and humiliated the legendary Captiva name, or the Holden Captiva name, for my Australians and New Zealand viewers. Captiva was the pinnacle of American success and dream for all the countries outside America. But here, the latest Captiva is just huge disappointment. It's the same disappointment that Asian parents have when their kid became a stand-up comedian. It's even worse than that for me. It's just something very horrible. Let's start from the display. It's big, it's beautiful, but the speed of the response of it, it's like it's working minimum wage or something. Like, it doesn't want to like do anything here. Just like this is the speed that it's operating. It look at calm. You want to choose something. You see. So what is this with the slow motion? Like, why? And then it says like, thank you, go F yourself, never come back. Suggesting support. Anyway, so the monitor is horrible. Another thing, CVT transmission. It's already kicking. It's like 46,000 kilometers. It's already kicking. It's already acting really weird, and that's very unexpected. I mean, yeah, this is a rental car, but 46,000 kilometers already, like shitting and kicking on me. That's not good. Another thing that is really bad here is the quality, is the acceleration. So the turbo engine, it's just a vacuum cleaner. There is no point of accelerating. I'm gonna open my window. Stay open for the full throttle right now. We have a red light, 0 kilometers. We're gonna put it in the manual mode, so so some people would not say in the comments that we didn't put in manual. Full throttle right now. But yeah. Okay. Oh, Onyx just passed me by like this is the... Бля, учебная машина меня на полном газе обогнала сейчас. Как будто я стоял, блядь. Sorry, so this is the car for the learning permit. People who want to learn how to drive, and he just passed me by with me full accelerating right now with the full acceleration. Listen, this is you hear the turbo base gate? It's pulling, but there is no point. The ride is really hard. The handling is worse than a sausage handling. Like, I mean, previous Captivas, they handled really nice. What I mean by that, they were not sharp, they were not aggressive in the corners. Imagine a 1 meter 80 centimeters girl that weighs 80 kilograms and has all her weight in the right places, and she's in a belly suit and she's dancing on the stage, and that's something that everybody wants to see and experience. This is beautiful. This is something out of my dreams. This is, you cannot stop dreaming about this. And it was nice, it was perfect, it was so romantic and so passionate that you respect the dance. Here it's just like a fat pig sausage wrapped in very cheap, I don't know what they wrap in the pig sausage is in. This car, like, imagine a really fat sausage just laying on the stage, and that's it. This is how it handles. It brakes even worse. Everything about this car is shit. Everything. This is the first car that in all the criterias catastrophically failed, except of the back space. Space at the back is nice. That's the good thing. Everything else is just horrible. No idea why. No idea why. This is just something that I did not expect this car to be so bad. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this wonderful, shittiest vehicle. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for thank you for sharing my video, for commenting on it, and take care and bye bye.